return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. This is a designed run. Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Come into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to pass, it's Mateer. Finds his man, it's Sategna. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas?
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They booted away. He makes the catch at the 10. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Let's go. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. They're setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
A third down try for the offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be fourth down. The Sooners are threatening in the red zone. Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Give him 6. Touchdown, Oklahoma! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Defense in press coverage. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Bringing the heat. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Tigers headed quickly to the line.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing to...
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Final play of the quarter coming. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Grabbed over the middle. It's Durham. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Near midfield, they don't think they can gain enough on a punt. They'll leave the offense out. Fourth and long from the 46. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Hey, at this point of the game, fourth and short, no problem going for it. Fourth and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown Sooners! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Farr. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. On the run, it's Durham. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. LSU right back to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. This offense has failed on its previous 2 fourth down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Caught behind the line. It's Anderson. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Plucks it out of the air. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. 3rd down play from the gun. Grab near the marker. It's Anderson. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Durham.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Looking deep. Hits him in stride of the tap. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Burks. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Caught over the middle, it's Ott. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Sooners will hustle to the line. They'll try the run. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He's got great speed. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Back open in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the back. He's in open space downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Will run the offense out onto the field. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Under fire!
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Defense not showing press coverage. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears liking their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we can name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
To throw, it's Mateer. Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's the pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
He's got it. And he's down after making the grab. Good pickup there to help them dig out of the hole, but still some work to do to get a first down.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable 4th down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Surging forward on the sneak. The ball squirts free. Well, the offense did fall on that loose football, but it won't matter much as they turn it over on downs.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Working that left side now. Oh, he's got some space. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up.
Open field on the right. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. LSU quick to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the 1st down marker. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Get set, get set.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Using his legs, it's Ott. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of 1st downs. I need 2. I need 2 1st downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Picks up the 1st down. There he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And that was a scintillating way to finish that one, a 44-yard touchdown run. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Going for it all. Touchdown Sooners. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
At the 40, there he goes. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. LSU right back to the line.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced than a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help.
Catch and stride inside the 15. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense. Turning it on! Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this, late in the ball game with a lead, and I can continue to run the football.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Almost took that one all the way back.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back.
He's going for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump. Trying to pound it in. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion.
Some running backs just have a nose for the end zone. That guy did a great job there in the 2-point play, running that one in.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into a lot.
Loose in the middle. Run out of bounds all the way up at the 48-yard line as this offense gets a big play. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Going to sling it on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Watkins. And he's wrestled to the ground. LSU quick to the line. They'll go to the air on third and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Watkins. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Wants to go up top. lets it fly. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Crosses midfield. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point.
That makes the score Oklahoma 56, LSU 13.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Dropping back, it's Meyer. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Wants to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming.
Here we go.
Makes the grab. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half-minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. This offense has it with really good field position.
Football 7. Football 7. 22 water.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Here comes the 2-point try. Dropping back, it's Mateer. He makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. I don't think it would have killed him to kick it there.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Okay, break. Acorn. Here we go.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Come on, set.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pressure coming. He wants a big play here late. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Oh, it's a fumble. And the offense gets the ball back in a rather unceremonious end to this game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.